Now, today on our discussion, in light of what's happening today in Ghana, the Green Ghana Day 2020, we'll be talking about it, and then we'll also look at two important international days that'll take place over the weekend. But I mean, we won't be here, so then we want to bring them to you before we come back on Monday. Hi, guys.
Hi.
Welcome.
Well,
Thank you.
that was some high.
What? You always have a comment.
That was some high. What is high?
I mean,
It's like we are tired. High.
yeah, you know what's right. I mean, you had to go give
I mean,
God
prayer
his-
should revive you.
That's what it does.
Are you really going there?
Prayer revives me.
Are
It's
you
like
going
I
there?
finished
Are you
praying.
are you going there?
Says that person who goes to church every year.
Ha!
When's the last time you went to church? No, just be frank.
Shots fired.
You did not.
I just did. When was the last time you went to church? Just say to our
What?
listeners.
Oh, today I heard her play worship songs on
Please
her phone, so
do.
maybe that's close enough, right?
Please. Anyway,
I mean,
let's rest the
Christianity
case
is in the heart.
And you think all those churches have been building at front, left, center, wherever? It's just to
Well,
be
the other
built
hand-
Amaka
for
said,
decorative purposes.
I asked Amaka if she goes to church, and she said she worships God in her room.
Okay.
So I don't have to go to church to pray to my Maker.
Why is the church being built?
Okay, let's just look at Green Ghana Day and forget who's going to church and who's not going to church. Mod is not helping her case, and you guys are not making it any easier for her. So
Oh, yeah.
let's just. Have you guys ever planted any trees in your life,
Oh, I have.
or any plant? Oh, what?
Oh,
Really?
I have too.
You have? Oh,
Oh.
that is. When did you plant it?
Oh, come to my house.
What?
Every single tree you see there. Is
What
my
did you
door.
plant?
What did I
What's the
plant?
name of the tree you planted?
Is it a grass that grows by itself out of the
Those
soil?
are weeds. Those are weeds.
Wow.
So yeah, you planted a tree. What kind of tree did you plant?
I planted 2 mango trees. You are aware of this, Barry.
What's your
Has
problem?
he eaten of those mangoes before?
What's your
I
problem?
don't even know.
Has he eaten of those mangoes before?
Surprise, man.
He has not. Or they never bore
No,
fruit.
You guys.
But
didn't
at least
expect
I think
anything
it's an
like
effort. So yeah, kudos to you for doing that. That's fine.
that. Come.
Come
I
on.
have proof. I have proof.
Oh no! I
don't
just
have to
okay.
sit here
I'm
and
happy.
talk.
I'm happy you planted 2 mango trees. I mean,
Not
that's,
just 2. There are more.
oh well done. Why didn't you go into farming?
Guy wouldn't stop talking.
Why didn't you go into
Guy wouldn't
farming
stop talking.
full time? Why didn't you go into farming?
Farming just like that. Eh?
Uh-uh.
So because you can use a stethoscope or you know how it operates, you want to be a doctor.
No, I
think
mean
that's how
you
it
seem to be good at planting.
he
the
just did
trees.
what he did.
Yeah, he
to
just right. I know.
you.
I know. Don't worry.
I'm asking.
He's really doing it. Don't worry. When we get him, he'll be like, oh really?
Hafiz has no filters.
He doesn't need it.
Hafiz doesn't know too.
Abba, have you planted a tree before?
No, but my mom has.
I said
She's
you
planted 2 coconut trees.
in the house,
There's 1 plantain.
and you take off the fruit. You enjoy the coconut.
I mean, I have my mom's fruit. So I can celebrate her achievements. I can share in her achievements.
Why didn't after she planting the 2 coconut and 1 plantain? Why didn't you come and add something else? Cocoyam.
Well, I sprinkle the seeds of tomatoes.
Did they grow?
Yes.
So you planted tomatoes. It wasn't intended. God, I can't believe this. Somebody is still suffering with their phone.
Yeah, I know, right? What's up?
Just get a correct
I,
phone holder or a phone stand.
No, that's not necessary.
It
Anyway,
is.
Yeah, I mean.
So this is how you be doing, Abi.
Yeah.
Clap for yourself.
Pa.
You are doing well.
You say yeah.
You are
I
doing.
did
You
that.
are doing well. It's good.
So greeting Ghana today.
Have you planted
I
any
have
trees?
actually. I have.
When?
And I think I actually
Did they grow?
recently recalled that. Yeah. I actually recently recalled back when I was in Nigeria. Because we had a very big park in our house, right? So I was very fond of the gardener, you know, and the way he uses, what do you call that big thing?
The shares.
Is it the shares?
Yes.
That thing? That's shares, right?
Yeah, this is all.
I was fun.
It's
a
not scissors.
Please. I mean, I knew. So I was fond of the gardener. So I normally, you know, assist him in doing the planting.
So you planted trees.
Those ornamental plants, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So I really used to do that.
Which
And
trees did you plant?
I can't remember what it was, but I knew I was assisting, and
Was
I
it a
and I remember
sycamore tree?
Yeah, I don't know. But I remember that, and I think it was a great experience. You know, it was like one of my first-hand experience of planting trees trees and everything.
But ever since then, because it sounds like a long time ago, have you
Since
recently
then,
engaged in any planting?
I planted a tree here in our home. Unfortunately, it was uprooted because there was a construction going on. So, yeah. And that was that long tree. What do you call it again?
You do realize most trees go up.
No,
like-
there's this one that
Is it the weeping willows?
I don't know, but they look like candies, like rectangle.
His agric is rusty, so.
Dude, I
His
wasn't-
agric is rust.
I'm-
Okay, okay.
Forget it. Do you know
Okay.
the name of that tree?
No.
But
They,
it
you said
starts
they look like
pointed-
candies.
Yeah, they're
They're
shaped,
like
They're
this.
shaped like
Yeah, those
umbrella.
are weeping. Yeah, those are
Weepy,
weeping
yeah,
willows.
so that I started, nurturing. Unfortunately,
Okay.
it didn't go far.
Is it
But
the one that looks like the Christmas tree?
that one.
There, there are two types. So we have one that looks like Christmas. Those have they have like
they have
the
longer
corn
leaves.
type.
These ones.
Yeah, that's the
we
weep.
have
That's,
them
yeah,
here.
that's the weeping willows he's talking about.
So I did that, and
They are always
unfortunately,
lying
it
flat
was
like
it was uprooted. So, but I think that's a little
treat it
effort
like
I
this,
also
yeah, let me
did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Wow.
that's
Well
my
done.
own bit.
Well
Yeah,
done. So
thank you.
I'm sure in light of Green Ghana Day, you would actually, since this is the first initiative, you'd actually,
yeah.
I'm hoping you guys would go home and think of Hafiz, the trees you planted, they've grown, they've borne fruit.
Yeah, yes.
Oh no, I'm not asking for proof.
They
Hafiz,
haven't
Hafiz.
borne
Yeah, you're not on the
fruit. They're
investigation.
They're like this. He just showed me.
I don't
They're
know.
Like this.
He's sounding as if he's
Yeah,
he's
they're
under
really short.
investigation.
Oh,
like
okay.
you're being
Amaka is just a little
investigated.
bit taller than
Are you
half
guys
of the
Okay,
trees.
Are you
okay.
guys done?
The two of you relax.
I'm done.
Hafiz.
Yes.
So just forget what they're saying.
Mm.
I'm sure where you are, you can plant another tree, right?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. Which tree would you want to plant this time?
Right. I like mangoes for some reason, for some weird
Ah.
reason.
You will plant ones that he can chop something from.
Is that a crime?
No. I want to plant a sycamore tree.
A sycamore what?
The sycamore. It's
What's-
in the
what is
Bible.
it?
It's in the Bible.
Is in a Bible.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because
right.
Zacchaeus climbed it. Will you climb it too?
She probably be looking for me to climb it because I'm the short guy here.
Okay.
I did not say anything.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but okay.
You're looking
okay.
at my face.
Okay, fine. Green Ghana Day. Now, one thing
Ah.
I took note of is a type of trees they're really planting. I was happy about the economic trees in it, the timber, the rosewood, the share. Looking at the fact that it's actually going to bring some form of revenue if we actually do look after it very well. And I love the fact that the ministry is actually setting aside a monitoring and evaluation team. So that it's not like going to be like a one-off we've planted and then we leave it to die. But then these people would actually go and monitor, ensure that the trees that are being 5 million trees that are being planted today, they will nurture it so it grows into trees so we can make benefits. But what do you guys think of the whole initiative?
Well, the government of the day deserves commendation on this one. Every now and then we bash them for doing the wrong things, but I think they seem to have nailed it on this one. And this initiative, if I'm not, putting it out there or putting it up the top, but I think it's high up there with, the year of return. The whole initiative to have diasporans back. So, and this whole exercise of planting trees, I think, is in the right direction. And the response to it is something I'm very impressed with,
Okay.
because we've had corporate bodies that have jumped onto the whole train, and they're like, well, it's something that they have to do. And I think the initial plan was to have 5 million, and with these corporate bodies and all these private organizations coming on board, I think it has shot up to somewhere 10 million. Yes, if I'm not mistaken. I think I caught a recording of the leaders of the Methodist Church talking
Yeah,
about
they
how they
also
wanted to join the whole initiative.
Yes.
I think not just the Methodist Church. I
It was
think
a couple of other religious, yes.
Presbyterian, Pentecostal and all.
Yeah.
Yes, and in the Muslim bits, in the Muslim community, I think the chief imam also made mention that he actually asked Muslims to make sure to plant trees around their various communities, which is welcomed. And in fact, the GJ also, entreated members to do same. So it looks like it has caught on well with everyone out there, and hopefully it's a tradition that we can maintain.
That's the most
Because all
important
too
thing.
often, yes, we start out well, but keeping to some of these things tends to be a challenge. I remember when we started this whole idea of cleaning on a Saturday.
Huh.
Yeah.
What happened to that?
They'll stop you from picking the car. Just so you can clean.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, we started out, and then at some point the whole thing just fizzled out. So Now, when you talk about it, it sounds like a distant memory. So,
Mm.
but anyway, hopefully this doesn't just become one of those things.
Things, yes.
Hopefully, it's the start of great things to come, and we can these are probably the starting point to uh, taking our environment back to how
What
we
it
know
was,
it anyway,
yeah.
or what it was before this whole situation that we find ourselves in.
That's true. That's true. Barry.
Yeah, as Hafiz has mentioned, I mean, it's a great initiative. It's something that everybody, you know, was happy about, very impressed with, and everybody was willing to take part, you know. And I felt it was an all round exercise where you don't necessarily to meet a certain requirement or you don't necessarily to fall within a certain category to be a part. I mean, when the year of initiative, you know, was initiated,
The year of
we were
return.
sorry, the year of return. I beg you, sorry, the year of return.
Mm.
This was targeted at our brothers and sisters in the diaspora
Yeah.
coming in.
Mm-hmm.
So, in as much as it's a Ghanaian initiative, they were our focus. The number of people traveling from abroad to Ghana.
Into the
You
country,
get me?
yeah.
But this is more Ghanaian. This is
Mhm.
more you own it as a Ghanaian because
Yeah.
it's like everyone can just walk into the forestry commission, get a seed, get educated on where and how to plant it, and then it goes. So it's something that has it has more of like it's a patriotic, let me say, initiative where everybody gets to play a part, an inclusive part, and I think it's a great thing. And I mean, we've all seen how the issue of galamsey is deteriorating our lands and everything and our water bodies. And yeah, Adam mentioned that. I asked him the time that, so how can we restore these destroyed water bodies? And he mentioned that by planting of trees, more trees, these things could be reversed and all of that.
Mm.
So I think this is also one of those, how do you call it, ways of
By
getting
which,
back,
yeah.
yes, our vegetation. I mean, we are in the forest zone, so why not have a green, nation again like it used to be?
Definitely, mommy.
Hi, Epi.
Yeah, she's
When
just,
when you're caught in the act of doing mischievous things, Green Ghana Day.
Yeah, like Barry and Hafiz have stated, this is actually a very great initiative
Mm-hmm.
because we talk about the environment. And I mean, the theme for this year's World Environment Day was restoring the ecosystem or
Yes.
ecosystem restoration. And I think we can start by firstly planting trees, because trees are the most important parts of the environment. You know, there's the wind. Trees give us shade.
Yes.
Trees give us oxygen that we breathe in.
That's true.
Trees give us food. Trees protect the soil, especially from erosion,
Yeah.
from when the sun is too hot.
The
Trees
shade, yeah.
trees serves as wind breaks. Trees do so many things. And we've heard talks about global warming. We have seen the effects of global warming, where
Very
summers
true.
are becoming more warm
Yeah.
and winters are getting more cold. So I believe this is a small part of restoring the ecosystem that everybody should sign up to. It would actually help. I mean, it's Green Ghana Day in Ghana today. What if the whole world decides to take this up? What if every year we set aside a day and then we plant trees? And maybe not just a yearly thing. I mean, anybody can up and plant trees at any time by knowing that this is the right tree I'm planting at the right place. But I believe it's an initiative that everybody should take and then do their possible best to do. Because if we are planting trees, we are basically restoring the ecosystem again.
Mm-hmm.
And I listed the things, the numerous things that trees do for us. So
Yeah.
wherever it is you are, in as much as it is no green day in your country, it is no green day wherever you're living. I mean, you could just up one
Take
day
part,
and just
yeah.
plant a tree, help restore the ecosystem in one way or the other. And it's not just by planting trees. We should stop burning bushes. We should stop doing all of those things that we do that are destroying our environment.
That's true. I think we even have to look at cleaner. Well, there are a lot of companies that are looking for cleaner energy ways instead of people using charcoal and then cutting down the trees and things. Because, like Gary mentioned, Galamsey, I was just thinking. So with all these trees we're planting, I feel an active effort must be put in stopping Galamsey, because I mean, if you keep planting and they keep destroying,
Well, they are burning excavators. I don't know how, and I know they are prosecuting people in court. They are prosecuting the people who the
Excavators belong to?
no, they are prosecuting the people who are actually on the sites doing the galamsey. But if we are prosecuting the people, what about the big people who own these mining companies?
That's true. That's true. That's
Because an average Ghanaian citizen will not have money to buy an expensive excavator and just move to a place and start mining illegally.
But can I come in?
true. Oh, sure, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, regarding the excavators bit, but you do understand why they're burning them.
Yeah, I do. But
It's not. It's not just about. I mean, you know, the way excavators operate, they operate with a certain control board. So, and you can't take one control board to, to
Work,
operate the
yeah.
other. So usually, what happens is when these task force go into the forest to try to apprehend them, they run away with these control boards, and it's very difficult to move these excavators. So and when they leave them, they come back and then resume operations.
Yeah.
So they have also decided to take it upon themselves to simply ban it.
So if you're taking the
So-
control boards whilst they're running, what are you burning then?
The entire machine, but it's the machine you operate, right? It's the control board you're taking away. So anyway, so I think that's the whole reason behind that. But then coming back to the issue of charcoal and the use of it,
Yeah.
yes, I think our efforts will come to naught if we are still having villages that
Yeah.
still don't or still use firewood.
Yes.
Yes, in preparing their daily meals and everything. Because, I mean, what's the point really if we are going to be doing this and we still have people just cutting down trees just simply because they want to prepare a meal? But then I think in trying to solve that problem, you don't just take away the fact that they are using firewood because for these guys, you need to treat them. Okay, I'm not going to use that analogy, but then try to give them something in order to take that away.
You replace it with something.
Yes,
'cause
replace it
you
with
can't leave
something.
them empty-handed. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes.
It's like what they did with the Maasai community in Kenya. When they realized they were simply hunting lions and everything. Yes,
They
and they
decided
became
to use it.
endangered. What they decided to do was turn it into a sport, but not the hunting lions bit. Just make it as some sort of an Olympics where they would get to compete and there were prizes and everything. So instead of endangering your own life and even that of the lions, you get to win prizes.
Yeah.
So in this case, what exactly are we going to replace that with for our rural folks? So that they don't go about, cutting down
Cutting
trees
down
in the
trees,
name
yeah.
of trying to prepare a meal.
I think that's
Yeah.
where the clean energy cook stoves that they have brought about, their briquettes. I mean, I've spoken a lot about
Stove.
these things on Good
A lot of these
News.
stoves I know, if it's not LPG operated, I mean,
No,
I
no,
mean
no,
they use
no.
charcoal.
No, that's what I'm saying. They use briquettes.
What's
Briquettes is made from waste material,
But you see, the issue,
and it's highly flammable.
the issue
Okay.
about
So
this-
in place of charcoal, you use Barry. In place
How
of that, you
affordable
use,
is it and how accessible
You
is
see,
it?
that's the thing. Most of the countries I've done them in are not in Ghana. Now, in Ghana, I have seen the briquettes, but where I saw it is not a place you would have somebody in the rural setting go to and go get it.
You're talking about someone in the rural, even in the urban center. How many people can afford that briquette in the store or on the shelves in the mall? Not everybody can afford it, but that's the thing because what will be the end goal if we're planting and people are still
going to
cutting
cut down,
trees?
yeah.
Because it's not going to stop anytime soon. It's not that as we've started planting trees now to replace the ones that have already been felled, we will see a change. No, we'll still see how do you call these trucks overloaded with charcoal? Look, a couple of days back, I saw 2 trucks packed with sacks of charcoal.
And
And then
this
what
is
to
actually
deliver?
people's business. So
And you go in our
Their
look,
livelihoods.
you go in our various homes, even in a home that is seen to be located in a residential area. Look,
They still
one
have
way or
charcoal
the
in the
other, there's
backyard.
a charcoal working somewhere. You get me? So this problem is a problem that just as they say, it cannot be eliminated. It can only be reduced.
So is
to
it is it
minimum
is it
level.
a mindset
feel-
problem rather than a attitude?
I feel look, I think it's a combination of these elements because look, is a mindset, is an attitudinal problem, and then is also the systemic problem where there is no something to replace it immediately. And even if that something is available, it's expensive. Not everybody can purchase it.
Yeah, but don't you think that that's where the government could also more like turn it for? Because if we look at some of these African countries, one thing I realized they did was the fact that they actually created an atmosphere. Then they encouraged people who brought up these clean energy options so that it became accessible and affordable for the people in the rural areas. Most of these clean energy options they didn't bring to the urban centers. It was everything they did was in the rural setting. So I believe that the government is really serious on this. They should look at all other factors that could actually affect this whole Green Ghana thing they're doing, and then start mobilizing action in these areas. Because if they choose to encourage entrepreneurs, I'm sure we have entrepreneurs who don't have funding but have ideas about how to go towards clean energy. Probably they lack the funding, they lack the support. But if they get the support and the funding, they can use this and operate it, and it would be feasible in the rural areas.
Because there are rural areas where one would say, look, we are facing bigger challenges than the issue of charcoal. They'll complain of poor roads. The accessibility to these villages are very poor. Electricity, hey. Look, you go and talk about what is their pressing need at the moment. Charcoal is not even at the bottom. I'm telling you. You get it? But as a government, you've prioritized these elements.
Yeah.
You brought about greening Ghana. You didn't bring about fixing roads, in as much as the government of the day is saying that this year or next year is actually the year of fixing roads. You get me?
Yeah.
But you've prioritized planting trees, replacing felled trees, and then looking to what do you call it, cleanse the water body that we've destroyed and all of that. But what is the solution to also prevent people from, because the cutting would keep on going on in town. Look, there was a time a cousin of mine, I can't remember that, I don't know if it's in Romania, or you find a bus that is even carrying something from something that's not even needed. They will ask you, where did you get this from? Was it who is used? Because it's a policy that some trees should not be found, in town. Talk less of even going to use it for even, let's say, barbecue. You have to explain. Did you cut it? So this is how important it is. But we see trucks of charcoal on our roads competing with our V8s and stuff. And the police must say, "Oh, correct, sir, go." So did you ask, where are these charcoal? Where are they burning this from? So it's
That
like,
that also tells you where the priorities lie.
like you're fetching the water in a basket. You are putting water, but still there's
Sorry.
I mean,
Baskets.
great initiative.
Sorry.
Green Ghana is a fantastic initiative, especially if we make this a tradition where every year on the 11th
it's
of
something
June,
they're saying it will continue.
we keep doing. But we still need to come down to that conversation where, so what about those who are still felling trees? Not even at the Galamsey level, because when you talk about something like, we're replacing the trees that the Galamsey has spoiled. How about those burning charcoal?
Because they also it as well.
So there's a whole lot of conversation that.
But I mean, it's a good thing. It's a laudable idea. So I mean, kudos to the government, and we just hope it's not just a one-off thing, something they continue doing. Now, quickly before we're out of time, but I just want to give you guys just a minute each. Over the weekend, we're going to be looking at World Day Against Child Labor, and then also the International Albinism Awareness Day. Do you guys? Does any of you know an albino?
Yeah, I know like three people. Yeah.
Did
I
you?
know one.
You know
But they're
one?
not people that are here. What's your problem? I know one is in Nigeria. One is actually not even in Accra. The one I know. The one I know.
I hope you guys you guys were very nice to them, right?
Why not?
Well, yeah.
Okay. You didn't
What?
see them different or anything.
Not at all. Not at
Okay.
all.
We had one in SHS. We used to call him Cisco.
No, but you see, the thing is, I mean, let's be honest. You would, Ghanaians generally have a staring problem. We stare a lot. So,
Yeah.
Especially the ones that have the hair
we
color and
stare a lot.
everything.
We stare a lot. But